Hello, everyone. I'm Antoinette Lee, and I appreciate you picking my presentation as one of your 5 to review. I am excited to share this professional development proposal with you because I am passionate about the topic and it is like music to my ears. The sponsoring organization, my professional peers, will experience continuing professional education will be at Lake Washington Institute of Technology. The target audience for this continuing professional education is nursing faculty at Lake Washington Institute of Technology. There are 17 faculty members in the nursing program at Lake Washington. 16 have master's degrees and one with a PhD. They're primarily females, 16 and one male, with an age range of 26 to 60, and many of them have been in the profession over 10 years. Specialties are from community health and leadership all the way to pharmacy. I'd like to provide a little context for why I'm proposing this particular continuing professional education. Nursing is my profession, and I have worked in many roles as a nurse, from bedside nurse to corporate nurse educator. Because I traveled so much as a corporate nurse educator, I wanted to be in one place doing what I love, teaching. So I decided to apply to a College of Nursing in the academic setting. I interviewed with the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs and the Dean of the College of Nursing. They were so happy to see me because at that time they had very few faculty in the College of Nursing with an expertise in community and public health. A couple of weeks after that interview, the Associate Dean called me and said, "We want you to join our faculty full time." I was so excited. So I was assigned to cover 2 didactic classes and 1 clinical rotation my first quarter. I was a little apprehensive when the dean told me, "Antoinette, you can teach this class with your eyes closed because of your expertise." Ding, 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 not true. Without any onboarding, I was thrust into academia in a lecture hall with 60 students. I survived, but I lasted 3 years at this university before I said no more to the heavy workloads and lack of support for teaching. I returned to industry for several years, but returned to the academic arena again, this time as an administrator. And guess what? I'm seeing some of the same issues I experienced as a faculty member years ago. Because of these issues, my professional development proposal is for a faculty workshop on best practices for teaching adults. This will be an 8-hour workshop for all faculty in the nursing program at Lake Washington. An overview of the workshop, along with the purpose and expectations for the day, will be provided. Participants will explain what they would like to get out of the workshop, and the facilitator will tailor the workshop to the needs of the participants to make sure everyone's needs are addressed. Funds will be acquired from the school's foundation to provide a full breakfast. No continental breakfast, but a breakfast that includes a hot protein, lunch, and healthy mid-afternoon snacks. I want the faculty to feel pampered and well cared for throughout the workshop. There will be a 1-hour lunch for networking, relaxation, or whatever the participants choose. Possible workshop breakout sessions might be all I need to know about teaching in academia. I learned from being catapulted into academia, Tales from the Crypt, classroom instructional methods, strategies for student engagement, universal design for learning. 3 characters of adult learning that are informing my thinking are that adult learners are self-directed, meaning making from personal and prior experiences, and they prefer learning experiences that are participatory. In our readings in class and on online discussions, psychological qualities involved in readiness for self-directed learning were initiative, independence, and persistence in learning, and acceptance of responsibility for one's own learning. It's also a humanistic orientation to learning where the instructor facilitates development of the whole person. Biopsychosocial, spiritual, and embodied learning is recognized. This is very important to me because I really believe in a whole person approach. The other thing around meaning making, the constructivist approach, and that is participants are expected to construct knowledge and meaning out of what they are taught by connecting material to prior experiences. Also facilitate and negotiate meaning making with the learning. One of the interviewees in the interview project that we did said that she co-created knowledge with her students. And this is something that I would like to also do, is to facilitate and negotiate meaning making with the faculty in this workshop. The other thing is that part of the preference for participatory learning is that in this workshop, we'll have more participant involvement and dialoguing and less talk from the facilitators. So participants will be given the opportunity to interact not only with the facilitator, but lots of interaction with each other. Some of the course features for this workshop are interactive approach, critical reflection on teaching styles and methods, a constructivist approach, where meaning making from YouTube videos on principles of adult learning, critical examination and reflection of our own educational philosophies, and a collaborative approach where teaching case studies regarding student engagement are explored. One of the things with the Think, Pair, Share is where participants can pair up and talk about some of the challenging experience they've had in their classrooms. The other thing around storytelling is to use some dialectical thinking that was noted in Miriam, Caparelli, and Baumgardner to really challenge if indeed the stories that we're telling ourselves about the students and our way of teaching are actually accurate. The other thing is the exploration of espoused educational philosophies. Tisdale noted that defining one's educational philosophy is important, not only because our beliefs impact what we do in the classroom, but in defining our educational philosophy, we must examine our practice critically. When we do this, we often become conscious of some of our unconscious beliefs and behaviors that affect our practice. The other thing would be critical reflection, also noted in Miriam, Caparelli, and Baumgardner, is that we have to question, are our actions consistent with our intent? We may say that we believe that all learners are capable of learning, but our actions may do something just the opposite. So we'll take a collaborative approach so we can actually look at and role play with one another to really figure out if our actions really are consistent with intent. These are my references. Here are a list of my resources and a picture of some of my favorite books. Thank you for listening. I am looking forward to your questions and comments on my discussion board. See you online.